It has already been 6 months since I've done the first EcoFlow Delta 3 video when I got this big guy. What have I liked? What have I not liked? What has it done good with? Maybe not so good with. Stick around to the end and there's going to be 2 that I think will shock you as much as it shocked me. But since we've had 6 months living with the Delta 3, and the first video everybody liked just running around powering everything with me, I thought, let's do it again. We've had lots and lots of requests about what else it can power. So today we're going to pick a whole bunch of other things and let's see how it does. Okay, 6 months living with the Delta 3 Plus, and I've been asked, will it power a pressure washer? We're going to find out. Just to keep it out of the sun and the water, I have set it up in the back of the Jeep here to power it on. You can see we're at 98%. And we're going to see what it's going to handle. Can it wash my truck? If so, can it wash the truck and the Jeep? We're going to go and see what it'll take. And here's what we're using in today's experiment. The electric 2000 PSI Ryobi. So you got the big man out here in his t-shirt and his sunglasses, and we're ready to roll. Let's see what this thing will do. And just for reference, it's 142. All right, let's not forget the soap. So because this is as much about Ryobi as it is about EcoFlow, don't forget you can buy your soap kit for the pressure washer as well. And then don't forget the pole scrubber for those hard to reach spots. I looked it up, the Ryobi is 13 amps of draw. So we just ran this, and obviously the Chili Pepper Mobile is a large vehicle. There's a lot of real estate on that thing. It's not your typical car. Let's take a look and see what we've got for remaining percentage, and then maybe wash the Jeep too. All right, full wash on the big Dodge Ram. We still have 67% left. So let's make the wife happy and wash her Jeep too. All right, I jockeyed some stuff around so we could keep the EcoFlow in the shade out of the sun, and the cord is plenty long enough to run back to the Ryobi. If you don't have one, it comes with a super long cord. Makes it really nice. This also serves as video evidence that I washed the Jeep too. All right, so the simple answer is, yeah, it'll definitely power an electric pressure washer. Now the comment that I got, I think they were looking at buying the DeWalt, so the amps might be a little bit different. This one's rated at 13 amps on their website, and I just washed a Dodge Ram 2500 and a Jeep Cherokee, and we are at 49%. I'll take you down there so you can see. All right, 49% left. And you guys know, it wouldn't be fun if we didn't do some more. So like in my River 3 video, I did the refrigerator freezer. I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do that last because it's gonna be days on this thing. Let's look around the house and see what else we can power off of it since we're at the 6-month mark. And just so you know, I've got nothing but good things to say about the Delta 3 Plus. How about a Whirlpool front load washing machine? I'm curious how much power that takes. We are recharged and ready to roll. Okay, we are in a spin cycle now, and this is the most I've seen it draw so far. I saw it go above 300 a minute ago, but I think that was the initial kick when it took off. Now we're settling in like 250 watts, so all in all, the washer doesn't pull as much as I thought it would. So we are in the fastest spin cycle now that I've seen. And 430, 445, so 450. But we are in the end cycle right now with it's showing 12 minutes left on the washing machine. and it's only when the motor is actually spinning it or accelerating up to that speed that we hit it, and then it drops back down is what it seems. Oh, that's the most I'd seen yet, 491. All right, we had a full load finished and a front load washer. Still have 83% to go on the machine, so little guy can definitely run a washing machine. Okay, this isn't any sort of torture test, but since I primarily do gardening stuff on this channel, I'm curious what this decent sized grow light pulls. And since I've got it right here, let's take a look. So yeah, we are at full brightness. It's like 191, 192 watts. If we dim it all the way down, oh wow, it goes down to 20 watts. Here's one. Just since I was walking by and noticed, this will be a power draw, I bet you. Let's see what the toaster does. Ooh, buddy. 717 watts. Actually, not as much as I thought it would be. Okay, now I'm just curious what things pull for energy. So let's just take a look. KitchenAid mixer. That's on first setting. A little bit more. There we go, now we're cooking. Jumps all over the place, but low wattage. Okay, my apologies. I still had the ND filter on the lens from being outside washing the car. This will be a little bit better. So how about a KitchenAid food processor? Oh wow. On low it doesn't draw hardly anything. Okay, yeah. If the apocalypse happens, we have food processor. Just for fun, I know it's not a lot, but how about can opener? Just over 80 watts. Okay, Ninja blender. Ooh, that's got some draw. Not bad though, I don't know. 300, 330, something like that we saw, but now we know. Okay, this is a Panasonic inverter at 1250 watts. See what 3 minutes does to the power. We're at 100% on the Delta 3. Now there will show you some power consumption. This microwave had a surge of over 2,000 watts. It is consistently running over 1,900 watts. The screen on the EcoFlow shows it can do that for 25 minutes. We're down to 90%. That brought us down to 88% on a 3-minute run, drawing almost 2,000 watts the entire time. And now on to the refrigerator. The same refrigerator that I did for the River 3. Just kicked on the AC outputs. Now just to show you, I'm going to open the door, see we're at 4 watts. I've had a lot of comments and questions about this refrigerator. Open the door, we jump up to 6 watts. Close the door. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to watch for it for when the compressors kick on and we'll see what happens. Now, just so you can see, there's the data plate for the refrigerator. And it says up to 8.5 amps, 115 volts. Okay, we're on EcoFlow power. Let's say the apocalypse just happened, power went out. Let's see how long this refrigerator will run on the big boy. I call it the big boy. It's the big boy for me. It's the biggest one I've got. Official start is 4:54 in the afternoon, and today is Monday the 28th. Okay, we haven't been very far in, but I noticed the compressor kick, and we're at 112, 113 watts. And just because I got some comments about it always being at like 005, 006 on the last test for the River 3, I wanted to jump in here and show you that, yeah, when it kicks, it actually does draw some power. Okay, we are 6 o'clock, and we are already down to 89%. It's saying 20.4 hours. So I did a little research here, and it looks like this unit has an idle draw of possibly 40 watts, maybe even more, whereas the River 3 has 5.5 watts. It'll be interesting if the River 3 ran this refrigerator longer than the Delta 3 Plus. Okay, only a few hours in and we're already down to 72%. Now the compressor is on again, so that 4.7 hours is going to change pretty quickly. It's been showing that it has about 19 hours left. But that is going to bring us into a whole new realm. So I know this sounds crazy, but we're going to bed. And I don't have the confidence to leave it on this tonight. I'm going to plug the refrigerator back into the wall. Almost 50% in just over 5 hours. Nothing like the results we got with the River 3. Okay, I'm sure you heard the disappointment in my voice last night when I had to turn this big guy off because I didn't think it was going to run the refrigerator all through the night. While I slept. I didn't have to get up too early this morning. And by my calculations, it was going to die in 5 or 6 more hours, which would have put this, at the rate it was going, it would have put it right about 11 hours or possibly 12 hours that it would have ran my refrigerator. So that prompted me to do a whole bunch of research. And it turns out I've heard people talk about this issue before, but I never really thought that it applied to me. So I found a real world application of how it does apply to me. So now that I do know, it's not disappointment. And I'll explain in the next video the difference between the two. So we had a ton of fun testing the Delta 3. The last video, we did all the kitchen stuff and the hot plate and all that kind of thing. Today, from one of your requests, we did the pressure washer. We did the washing machine, we did the microwave, all that good fun kind of stuff. Had a ton of fun with it, and I showed you where this machine shined. But now we have a little thread of, does the River 3 have its advantage in a certain situation? And I think you'll be shocked to find out just how it does. So stick with me on this video right here, and we're going to find out if bigger is really better. We'll see you next time.